part of Mural Arts Philadelphia, the Mural Arts Institute is dedicated to sharing the learnings, knowledge, and experiences that have shaped our approach to community-centered art making with Philadelphians. We understand and recognize that community art practices evolve over time, and so we strive to open up the dialogue and conversation around what socially engaged public art is and what it can be.
Sometimes community could be a block, it could be a neighborhood, it could be a community of people who play basketball together. Without the community's buy-in, there is no opportunity for restorative justice. So for us, the concept actually includes the offenders, the victims, as well as the community at large.
For us in Porchlight, community can be the location we're at, but at the same time, our community is also the populations that we work with. They really are interested in using art as an avenue for mental health, for behavioral health. In a lot of the refugee and immigrant communities that we work with, art is the thing that they're bringing from wherever they came from that they want to pass on to other people.
If we're working on a tribute mural memorializing someone who passed, the estate, the family of the deceased will be a primary community. But a secondary community will be the direct neighborhood.
It's finding commonalities. We all have our individual and collective identities. And within the context of art education, we're working with young people and providing space for them to share who they are.
Community engagement is the myriad of ways that we solicit authentic feedback and input from the community to help mold and shape a project.
Folks come in and they want to be creative in some way or another. And many times we'll find a way to build programming around what it is that the community is looking for.
Our approach for engagement is meeting people where they're at and being able to build that trust with consistency, with routine, honesty and truth, and to be vulnerable, right? Don't expect anything from anyone if you don't offer a piece of yourself.
It's very important for artists that do this line of work to know that they are doing community art making and not their art making that just happens to have community involved in it. Once they're involved, you'd be surprised how many times we might end up with a much better product in the end.
For a lot of people who come into our program, they're not artists. You know, what they come into the program for are the resources that we can provide, but the way we instill some of those concepts, whether it be self-identity, community and relationship, work and purpose, all of the art projects tie into the core principles of the program, and that's how we engage with the community, is through that lens of art.
With community engagement, sometimes the loudest voices are the ones that are heard the most, and so we do want to try to find a way to actually hear from kind of the quiet majority as well, because we don't want a project to be influenced just by the loudest voices, right? It's by all the people that want to have some input on it.
They all start in conversations. Sometimes it's the community members themselves talking with each other, and then they'll say, hey, you know, we were just talking about mosaics. We'd like to have more mosaics, especially if it has an aspect of people working together.
Community engagement is successful when we see continuous opportunities to re-engage with that community. For our participants, people see them and they recognize them not for maybe what they have done, right? They recognize them for being an artist. So I think the community engagement gives the folks in our program the opportunity to feel like they are truly connected to the organization of Mural Arts, not just as a participant, but as a true representative of the organization.
When you build relationships with people, that finds a way to manifest itself into the artwork anyway and make it better. But it's also building friendships that are lifelong. I've been here long enough to see kids grow up. The mural is there, that is great, but then you see life happen, and that is amazing.
What I really like to see is where people aren't just doing their art in our space, but taking it out to the world. And a lot of this community feeling that we have where these people have created connections do continue outside the space. And that helps to create a stronger community overall.
Community is something that only exists if we all believe in it together. It's something that requires building, rebuilding, restoration. My hope for the future is that as we continue to share these practices with each other, we understand the need to continue to show up and be accountable to one another, to practice in this effort of connectivity and collaboration, and also to challenge one another in this work.
So my hope for the future of the communities that we work in is really to create a space for collective efficacy, to have them make decisions, to have them do the things that they want to do with the infrastructure that we provide.
That the young people that we work with are able to attain the dreams and to be able to provide a platform for them to express that this is their dream and that it's attainable.
As the city is changing so rapidly, I think one of the biggest duties that we have is to help community members preserve history and ideas through public art. We can help younger generations find inspiration in that work and take it with them into the future.
The artwork is just an example of things getting just a little bit better, but it should be treated as a start or just a continuation, but never should be the end.